now to look at the various transfers that are happening in Spain. Joining me is Dermot Corrigan, who writes for ESPN. Thank you for your time, Dermot.
Hey, Gary, good to be here.
Yeah. You're in Madrid, yes?
Yeah, in Madrid, pretty warm this morning, getting up towards 40 degrees, so we're enjoying.
Speaking of warmth, Alvaro Morata shouldn't be too warm in his seat at the moment. What's the latest with him with Real?
Yeah, he's flown out to America to be with them in preseason training. They've gone to LA a couple of days ago. All looked like he was going to go to Manchester United, but Madrid were holding out for a lot of money, looking for like 90 million euros, something like that. And in the end, United went for Lukaku, which just kind of left Morata hanging. He's still maybe hopeful that he could get a move to Chelsea. He really likes Antonio Conte. You know, he knows him from when they arranged the move to Juventus back in the day, even though he never got to play for him. But at the moment, he's kind of left hanging. The latest is that he's stuck at Madrid. He's going to have to do pre-season with them and see how things go over the next couple of weeks.
But Real Madrid seem content and would not be having any further transfers apart from Danilo possibly heading out.
Yeah, the thing with Madrid is that they're happy with the squad that they have. You know, things have gone so well for them over the last couple of years. Winning the 2 Champions Leagues is great, and winning La Liga as well under Zidane. And there's a happy camp. You know, they moved out James to Bayern Munich to free up a bit of space. It looks like they're going to bring in Dani Ceballos, a youngster from Real Betis. But generally, Zidane is happy with the squad. You know, maybe they're looking at bringing in Mbappe from Monaco if they could get a deal for that. But I think it would suit them to wait a couple of years, let him to develop a little bit more at Monaco and hang on to Morata for a couple of years maybe. If Morata's happy with that, then that would be the ideal for Madrid.
Quickly though, why is the James situation so interesting? I mean, is it that Madrid really didn't want him, or they didn't have a place for him in the squad? And what do you think of the move to Bayern? What does it do to his career chances?
Yeah, it's a strange one with James because he's such a talented player. You know, we saw what he could do at the last World Cup, and even over his 3 years at Madrid, he's played some amazing games. You know, technically he's incredible. He scored some great goals, but it's hard to know where he fits into the team. You know, Zidane likes to play hard-running team to get the ball forward quickly, to base the game around Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale. And James finds it hard to find a place within that team. And also maybe the style of player that he is has stopped other teams coming in for him. Maybe the Premier League teams think that he doesn't really suit the style there either. The move to Bayern makes sense for him for sure. He gets to hook up with Carlo Ancelotti, who he got on really well with when Ancelotti was at Madrid. Maybe the style of play that Ancelotti favours, more possession-based, a 4-2-3-1 shape, might suit James. You know, he could play off the number 10 play off the number 9, Lewandowski, and maybe link up well there. But it's a big move for him because he needs to relaunch his career. He's only 25 now, but he seems to have lost his way a little bit. He's a guy who, you know, has the talent to maybe even be a Ballon d'Or winner. You know, he's one of the very best players around, but it hasn't happened for him for a couple of years. So he'll be hopeful of relaunching his career. From Madrid's point of view, they just needed to get rid of him, really. They had no place for him. He wasn't so happy around the squad. It was clear that he had kind of said goodbye, and that's what happened.
Barcelona also seemed very, very quiet. First of all, second, is this good for them?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very unusual at Barca because they just seem to have been unable to get going so far this season. The new coach coming in, Valverde, you know, my understanding is that he has ideas of how he wants to improve the squad. He has players that he'd like to bring in, and they've identified targets such as Marco Verratti, but have been unable to get the deals done. In previous years, when Guardiola took over or when Luis Enrique took over, they got their business done early in the season. The players were there for pre-season. You know, they had time to learn the Barcelona way. Barcelona is especially difficult for players to come in at the last minute, you know, to come in on August 31st and to fit into the squad. So, you know, Barca are trying to get some moves done, but there's a feeling amongst fans and pundits in Catalonia that the board are under pressure. They're not able to do their jobs well at the moment, and you know, with all the off-field things that always happen there, it's not good for them either.
In a word, so Verratti is still on Barca's radar, in a word.
Yes, on the radar, but no, they're not able to do the deal yet.
Right. So we finish off with Hector Bellerin. What's the latest with him? Barca seem to be playing these PR cat and mouse games with Arsenal. Do they want him or not?
I think they would like to get him, but they either can't do personal terms with Bellerin. He prefers to stay at Arsenal, or they can't reach the Arsenal's meeting price. The latest is that they're going to Portugal to try and sign young Portuguese fullback Jose Semedo to try and get him in Barca sporting director is supposed to have gone to do that deal today. So maybe that means the end of their interest in Bellerin.
Right. So we've talked about Barca, Madrid. What about the best of the rest? Fabinho is said to have agreed a deal with Atleti for him to come in 6 months when their transfer ban is over. How do you see this?
It's another strange one because Atletico, the FIFA ban, took them by surprise. They thought they'd be able to sign this summer, and they've not been able to. They pushed through the deal for Vitolo. He's gone on loan to Las Palmas for 6 months and made Sevilla very angry yesterday about that. The Fabinho stuff is still up in the air. The two clubs have been talking. We're pretty sure about that. Maybe 40 million euros, something like that is the talk, but it still seems to be a long way away. Trying to convince a player to take 6 months off or to go somewhere else unknown is not easy. And if you're Fabinho, maybe you're looking at other options, maybe in the Premier League, which are better than going to Atletico.
In 15 seconds, put on your pundit hats, Dermot. Would we or should we expect big transfers in Spain from now till August the 31st?
Yeah, I think there could still be a lot of movement. Barca want to spend money. There's still a Cristiano's solution or a situation to be resolved at Madrid. So yeah, I think they'll still be, keep an eye on it because things will still happen.
Dermot Corrigan, thank you very much for your time from Madrid. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Gary. Lovely to talk to you.